Well, hi, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Soaring Together. Today we're going to visit with our neighbors who homeschool their 3 boys. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after the intro. We are Rickey and Denise. We sold everything in 2020 and hit the road to RV full-time. We travel in our Freightliner M2 truck, pulling our DRV JX 450 full house that hauls our 2020 Harley Tri-Glide. We invite you to travel along with us as we are soaring together. Well, several years ago when our youngest son was school age, we made the choice to homeschool him. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time and Rickey was working, and just a great experience that we had homeschooling Joseph. While on the road, we have run into several families that live on the road and homeschool their children. Our next door neighbors that we've had here at Aransas Pass for 4 months, she does homeschool their 3 boys. He is a worker here in the area. So they're from Mississippi and they have chose to homeschool the boys. So we just wanted to talk with them and have them share some of their experiences with you that may help you if you're living on the road and have children that you're homeschooling. So we hope you enjoy the video.
What's your name?
What's your name?
And how old are you?
3.
What's your name?
Here.
Wait, okay, what's your name?
Here.
How old are you?
5.
Are you fixing to have a birthday?
Yeah.
How old are you gonna be?
6.
Yeah. Okay, what's your name?
I'm Tab. I'm 7 and I'm gonna be 8 in July 29th.
So not much
And I'm
longer.
embarrassed
You're embarrassed.
because I'm in front of people.
Nothing being embarrassed
I'll
about.
have to edit a lot.
Can we see everybody? We're here this afternoon with
Eli.
and Ashley. And your last name again?
Braddock.
Braddock. And there are 3 boys.
Cap.
And what was your names again?
Cap. Garner.
And Garner.
Cap, Garner, and Hughes.
Cap, Garner, and Hughes.
Cap, Hughes, Garner.
Cap, Hughes, Garner. We'll get it right. And they've been our neighbors for 4 months here at Southern Oaks RV Resort. So you work here in the area.
Right.
We camp.
And you camp.
We just hike. When he's gone, we just try to find
But you're
something.
from where?
North Mississippi and Ripley.
Ripley, Mississippi.
Ripley, Mississippi.
And Daddy's here working and you all come along. So
We don't want to be left.
So what does Mommy do?
Homeschool.
Homeschools and takes care of you all and Daddy's working.
Which is a handful. For sure. For sure.
So who has the biggest job, Mommy or Daddy?
Daddy.
Daddy.
He has to climb up 100 steps to get to the top and 100 back down and get to the bottom.
Oh, does he?
Every day.
Every day?
3 or 4 times a day.
I feel like I'm the one that's got it easy though.
So
He does truck. I saw the boy things in the back of your truck.
Is that
gonna take a picture
Yeah.
So this afternoon we're just going to talk to Ashley about her job, okay? Mommy's job.
And Eli's job as well.
Well, Eli helps too, but Mommy's here during the day
Right.
while Daddy's working, so homeschooling you guys. So you all like homeschooling?
Yeah. My favorite part about homeschool is math and spelling tests. That's what I'm bad about is spelling tests because
You're not
I've
bad.
only got 100% good because I've got all the words right now. But I either get 1, 2, or 3 wrong. But get that out of your
But you practice it and then you're really good at it.
So homeschooling on the road has a lot of advantages. So
Yeah.
What are some advantages?
They're
that
doing
you
it
all
right
see?
now.
So
Well,
we
how'd
are
you
right
get
here on the
started?
coast. We're right here on the coast, and so last summer we did a study on the ocean, and we were in a habit of going to the ocean about every Friday. We'd get donuts and go to the ocean and let them play.
We'd see dolphins and watch the sun come up and eat donuts.
And we talked.
Sometimes we'd find hermit crabs and talk about the beach, and then we'd read a book, and then we'd go get in the water west. And then we go in the beach and then we swim.
You swim.
So we learn a lot here while we're at the camper, and then we bring it to life by going out, you know, to the ocean or
field trips.
wherever it is
We
that we're
mostly
learning.
like Port A because they don't have jellyfish as much to look at the shallow part, but at the deep part they're probably out there somewhere.
So why did y'all decide to start homeschool?
Because I wanted to. So
Well,
that
that's
you
a
wanted
have
to
very
be
good
home
answer.
with-
That's a very good answer.
Yeah.
He wanted to be home with us,
And I was before, so for a
He was
long
working
time I
as
was traveling
time.
welding,
Let's
and when I was
listen to
doing that, you traveled a little, you moved around too much. It wasn't really, it didn't make sense for us all to travel together, but now I do inspecting, so we're on longer term jobs, and so we're able to be together more. And so
Yeah.
that was
But like,
probably one of the biggest drivers was just to all be together.
you're the
Right.
one that.
Because there was a time when he did
If
work
we
out of town.
started going to school and then we had to go somewhere else for work and we wouldn't be at school long at a building and then we'd have to start something else. It was just wasting money because you move.
Well,
I
it
can't
would have
be
been
so
hard
smart
on,
as
harder
you
on
are.
y'all to move
Because
schools
if
a
you were
lot.
learning about something,
Yeah.
then we learned something else. Learn about something barely, and then learn about something else. It was just complicated. So we started homeschool to stick to what we were learning, and then we go in order.
And you said
The
you
levels.
started homeschooling him just a year before COVID.
He started kindergarten
I was
in
5.
2019.
And I'm 7 now. I was in
Yes.
kindergarten.
And yeah, so we started in 2019, and then in 2020, you know, that's when COVID hit and the shutdowns came along. So we were real thankful that we had decided to homeschool.
Right
You know,
now?
so
Is that
they wouldn't have
taking a
had to go
picture
through
right
that.
now?
Right.
It is.
So you didn't have to wear a mask to school, did you?
no.
No.
Unless somebody was sick in my class. When is it?
But this is your class.
Did you have to wear a
able to
mask when
avoid
you
that.
went to school?
I didn't have to wear a mask when I went to school, no.
I didn't
But we
know
have
masculinity.
3 children, and our oldest 2 went to school, but our youngest we homeschooled
for 7 years.
for 7 years.
Did he was 7 years old when he started going to school?
We started. He went to kindergarten in
but
first
when-
grade. He went to kindergarten in first grade, and then we took him out and we homeschooled him.
To the 8th grade.
Yeah,
We
and
have a new neighbor.
you
You're gonna
do.
have a new neighbor.
These neighbors are leaving. We're leaving on Friday, so we won't be your neighbor anymore.
We're gonna miss them. They've been good neighbors.
Are y'all ever gonna come back?
We may. We're not going to come back
We're not
next,
planning on
next
coming
year,
back
though.
next year. One of the things to me, like we talked about, was, you know, in 2020 changed a lot of things for a lot of folks. And in that, a lot more folks, you know, started getting RVs, campers, or whatever you want to call them, started homeschooling and have continued to do so. But we chose to homeschool for various reasons, and the family unit is something to me that is very important, and that's what I love about your family. It's very important to y'all as well.
Right.
And you
But
know,
not only the educational part, the values that you
Right.
instill in
Right,
them, because
instilling.
they're with you during the day.
right.
I think that was one of the main reasons, other than being together, was that, you know, we can set a foundation where they're learning about Christ first, and you know, all the other,
Right.
you know, reading, writing, and arithmetic. But we can set a good foundation for them, and we can be together. So
Well, foundation is the most important part of anything.
Right. TV.
Right.
And Scripture talks about that. If you build on the sand, you get washed away. But if you build
Hunter's
on the
home.
rock, you'll have a permanent foundation. So, but it's just, I mean, I get excited about it because, like I said, it's not knocking school systems and all that today, but there are just some things that I just don't quite agree with, and some indoctrination that's pushed today that, well, you use Christ, I don't think it's biblical. And
She's on the tape.
so therefore, you know, a lot of people says, well, you tried to shelter them. I don't look at it that way. I just look at it as, you know, you are the ones that are giving them instruction and somebody else.
And then you
Right.
have them involved in a local church too, go to Sunday school. And so they have friends there. They
Yeah.
have friends in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're very
yeah.
sociable.
They're socialized for sure.
Yeah, they come out here looking very sharp Sunday morning. Yeah, they did. Shirts matched, shorts matched. Yeah.
Hair didn't.
Hair didn't.
No, because yours is dark and his is medium and his is blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said.
All three
dark.
different
A few
hair
people
colors.
have said it looks like y'all ran out of ink in y'all's cartridge.
That's pretty cool. I never thought about it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard that one a few times.
It's this. It's the cap
yeah.
that goes on there. These are ink pens from mine.
So how long have you been doing what you
She
do?
gonna ink her hair to make it the
So
same color.
welding, I started with a welding background
Wait, what are
about
you-
15 years, right at 15 years in the oil and gas and paper
Don't say
industry.
it's fake me.
As far as,
Don't say it's
like I said, I do inspecting now, and I've been doing inspecting for just over 3 years. So I'm newer on that side of things, but I'm still involved in the same type of work. So yeah, about 15 years.
But what I found, Ed, is doing the jobs, you have a better idea of what's supposed to be done and what needs to be done.
Right.
What is that?
It's the cap on the camera.
Well, we've certainly enjoyed,
Being your neighbors.
yes, we have. Been a little colder this year than last year.
We've enjoyed it too.
Have games on them.
When you
Been
all,
very good.
he leaves for work early in the morning, and then you have a routine with the boys. And
Also have
we've seen you at their I guess their break times. They'll
Yes,
come
we
out
have a lot
and-
of breaks. When I first started, so when they were babies, I worked, and when they were 1 and 2, the oldest boys were 1 and 2. That's when we decided I'd stay home with them. So when TAP was supposed to be in pre-K, I tried to do a little bit of pre-K, but I was trying to make it look like the school system, and I learned real quick it doesn't have to be that way.
No.
So when we did, so we just stopped pre-K. We just kind of played, the pre-K homeschool, and then whenever he started kindergarten, we did a lot of playing.
We did
still.
activities.
Yeah.
And one of our activities was to watch. So we had caterpillars, and we watched them make cocoons. We were learning about butterflies and the bee and the life cycle of butterflies. Which they're a caterpillar, and then they're a cocoon, and they're a butterfly. So we watched that, and over the weeks they turned into a butterfly. 'cause they were-
Yeah. So you can order caterpillars, and we ordered them, and we got to watch the
We did
life
it 2
cycle of the
times.
butterfly, and then we released them, didn't we?
Another pretty good one they did was the owl pellets. You can order those as well
Off of Amazon.
from Amazon.
Owl pellets.
So
They-
Owl
they
pellets?
regurgitate
Yeah,
after they've
it's like in their throat. It's
processed
not,
whatever
throw-
they're going to have from what they've eaten. So a lot of times they probably almost found enough mouse bones to make a full
we
skeleton
did,
almost.
and a bird, like a little.
So you'll take
yeah,
it's
birds,
basically
smaller
like
birds.
like a hairball almost, and they just
We dissect
take
them.
tweezers basically, and you take them apart and dust them off, and
See
you'll
what
find
bones
It
bones.
we
stinks.
in your-
found.
Wow.
They stink.
So it is kind of, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
too.
that's
So-
cool.
When I was teaching Joseph, we had a little microscope that hooked up to the computer, and we could put bugs in there. We'd catch spiders and bugs,
Yeah.
and then we could see them on the computer.
So did you learn right alongside
I
him?
did.
Because I did. I mean,
Yeah.
Do you have a curriculum that you've done?
so I researched a lot of them before TAP was in kindergarten, and we went with My Father's World. It's a Christian-based curriculum, but it's not strict. We read a lot of library books, and I liked it so much that Hughes is doing it for kindergarten now, but he did it for first grade and second grade. So I don't know what we'll do in the coming years, but I really like that one right now.
I know with Joseph, it's been a few years back, but there was switched on Schoolhouse,
Oh yeah.
and it's all on the computer. We started that in I think 5th grade, and it was a very neat program. It kept it kept you in track with your lessons, and then when it was time for a test, and it graded, and then it kept your scores. It was excellent for Mom.
Yeah. I do need a curriculum that is open and go, you know, but it's still flexible. I do try to kind of go with the routine, so they'll have breakfast and then they might play for a little bit while I get ready, but we try to get it done in the mornings, and then
So we don't have to do it in the afternoon.
and then they can
Then we
play.
can
Yeah.
But like when I was in kindergarten, we did kindergarten, the butterfly set when I was in kindergarten and when he was in kindergarten. So he's still in kindergarten, so he was learning about the letter B. We did it twice, and they were kind of a little scared to fall because they didn't really know what was happening after they were in their habitat. 'Cause I guess they were like that habitat before they got out of that, so then they just kind of flew off.
They were monarchs.
So you help
Poisonous.
Mama with Bubba's schooling too. You help out.
But the thing, yeah, we couldn't touch them, so we just had we could like touch them a little.
You say they were
on the
monarchs?
outside. Yeah, they're poisonous, and then some butterflies look like monarchs to scare their prey away, so they don't.
Were these butterflies poisonous? I think we just weren't supposed to touch them because
The wings would break very easily.
yeah,
Their wings
to
are like
protect
paper.
them.
So back here in the pond, we have an alligator. Have you studied about the alligator?
We really haven't,
Well, that's
have
not
we?
very
We know a good bit about alligators just from the books and Wild Kratts. They're a TV show they like, but we hadn't studied it yet.
They have big teeth,
They do.
big snout. They are tipping on, and alligators, baby fish. Alligators can grow to be as long as y'all's camper.
Can they?
Wow.
That's a big alligator.
Big.
Yeah.
Something else I was going to say about the routine. We're really flexible, but I find that having just kind of a rhythm, the same rhythm every day in the same order, it helps them to know what's
absolutely.
coming next.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, much longer you think you'll be here? Do you have any idea?
We came down here. February was 2 years, and so when we originally got here, they said most likely you'll be there for a year.
Okay.
And so here we are, just over 2 years later, and it's supposed to be all of this year, and they could extend it again. So it's really up in the air.
Oh, so this will be home for a
Probably
while.
gonna
But
be
will
home.
your jobs normally be around
What
the
is this
coastlines?
for?
Is that what you
So
normally do?
the company that we work for is a worldwide company, but it's broke up in different regions. So we're in the southeast region, and it pretty much extends from Florida to California across the southern states. So you can be in any one of those states at any time, really. So
Well, you boys are going to get to see a lot of the United States by being able to travel. With Daddy and Mom.
What are these for?
The ink pen.
Sebastian's daddy
Okay.
said don't jump on that
See this little rubber ring?
trampoline.
Like
we
a
were pretending
telephone
that.
or a tablet or something? That
We
little
were
rubber ring
pretending
you can use it instead of using your finger.
We were
pretty neat.
gonna you can play with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's a
Called a
touch screen.
stylus.
And we just started to play on the sprinkler.
You went on a sprinkler? Yeah. Yeah. Well, Daddy told me that he was going to go out there that sprinkler.
Did y'all
Back
go to the fair on Sunday finish last night?
No, we didn't.
We went to the slide. You know the sled slide. I went on. I was like,
The fun slide.
And then
Oh, the
I
sack slide,
didn't
yeah.
know. I really didn't feel so good.
Well, we appreciate y'all letting us talk to you tonight.
I saw you taking
We
our
enjoyed
picture when we were on the sloping slide.
Slip inside, yeah.
I wanted these
Video.
Those are
bits
some good
there.
pictures.
Wait, you got
it's
pictures?
like I said, we
That
hadn't
was
talked a
hers.
whole lot about
Oh
it.
yeah, I thought he meant at the
But this is a very important thing today. I don't know, y'all don't know, but your parents are wonderful people, and desiring to take care of you and seeing that you are taught right. And that's, sometimes it's lost today for different reasons. It means a whole lot to me. And actually I had, as I told you, I had 3 brothers. I only have 1 still living. We kind of, y'all remind me of my way beyond years ago. But my mother had her hands full too. My grandmother, she was
She had a lot to
50-something when
do,
she
lot to
started
take care
keeping
of.
us. And I can't imagine today, I don't know how she done it, but she would get a switch now. It was a different, she'd send us out to get you know what a willow tree is?
Yes.
Done.
Yeah, she'd send us out. It's a little long, thin.
You can't do
I
that.
don't know what you
look
call
like
them,
it's getting
leaves,
dark
arms,
on
and
the
but
screen?
yeah,
Not
she'd
really.
send them out, and if we wasn't doing
Sunlight's
right,
still shining through.
she'd strap her legs. Made a believer out of us.
Y'all know what
Lot
a
like
switch
that,
is?
lot like what
Yes.
that paddle will do.
Yeah.
That pattern ain't nothing like the switch. That pattern was worse. What it is? It's a switch.
Well, all kidding aside, that's something else that I think is lost today.
They say if you have a
This one,
paddle or a switch,
know.
the kids relate to the paddle and the switch and
Well,
not to your hand.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I'll say
They'll
this.
remember the paddle and the switch. and not a hand.
My daughter, she'll tell you today. She said, "I'd rather you whip me with anything than your hand." Of course, then I worked around metal and all too. But a good friend of mine told me, he said, "Rick, you need to get you something to use." He said, because if you use your hand, they look at the discipline strictly by you. But if you have a paddle or something that you put on, it's on the refrigerator or something, and you use that, they relate more to the paddle or whatever it is.
So
Sure,
they
like a
like
buffer.
the, they remember
Makes
the
sense.
paddle more
Yeah,
than the
you
hand.
know, and they don't.
Farther away.
Sit down, Rick.
Look who it's.
Nice.
See that little square that's going across there?
We're probably going to have to
It's
stop.
zooming in on you. But we did appreciate it, and like I said, it means a lot to me to see families taking care of their children and seeing that they are raised and trained right. The Bible says plainly, train up a child in the way that he should go. When he's old, he'll not depart from it. Now, when I was a kid, that was almost taught like, if they went out, they'd always come back. I don't necessarily say that's true, but they will never be able to run far enough to get away from their teacher. No matter how far I run, no matter how far I got away from it, I knew what was right and what was wrong.
on the water slide.
And that's something that's not taught as much today as it was in times past. Of course, they call me old school, and I am old school, but some old school was right.
I think we kind of are too.
We just talked about that verse last night. We were talking to the boys about it.
Daddy.
But yeah, we just try to shepherd them
See that?
the way the Lord would want us to.
And up to you, Mama.
And when it's all said and done, that's all it's going to matter.
Mama. We're the sheep and they're the shepherds.
Okay.
With paddle sometimes.
Okay. Let me give you a scripture. The Bible says,
Garner,
those that the Lord loves, He chastises. The reason they chastise you or whip you is because they love you. Discipline you. And it don't necessarily have to be a whipping. My daughter tries to stand in the corner and they just whip.
This one won't stay in the corner.
Like she did. They tried to.
Well, she just was. She didn't like. She didn't necessarily like the way Daddy done it. So she tried to do it a different way.
Peeking.
But anyway, we thank y'all, and it has been a pleasure.
Being your neighbor.
Yes.
I hope we hadn't been too rowdy.
No. It's like I said, I love it because it's just without youth today, where would we be? It's enough old fuddy duddies around. We need some fuddy duddies.
What's that mean?
No old man like me that grouchy. And,
Well, thank you all. Everybody
Thank y'all very much.
Thank y'all.
Wave at the camera.
Thank you.
Yay, bye.
Really enjoyed it.
Well, they are just the sweetest family. We had such a good time putting this video together, and hope that maybe they answer some questions that you may have about full-timing with children and homeschooling. So we hope you liked the video, and be sure and like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss Rickey and I as we are soaring together.